Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. NFC East news: Saquon Barkley sees talent all around him in Philadelphia. Philadelphia's recent success isn't something Barkley experienced in New York. To fully understand why Saquon Barkley is so happy being an Eagle, you have to understand what it was like being a Giant. He was there 6 years. His teams won more than 6 games once and won 1 playoff game. He was never part of an offense ranked higher than 17th. His quarterback the last 5 years was Daniel Jones. He didn't play alongside a wide receiver who had 800 yards after his rookie year. He's never played with a Pro Bowl offensive lineman, quarterback or wide receiver. He made more Pro Bowls since entering the NFL in 2018 than all his offensive teammates combined. No wonder he's been smiling since he got here. The biggest thing that struck me is our first 7-on-7 huddle in OTAs, Barkley said. You see A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert and Jalen Hurts. It's not a bad group to be out there with. And that's not even including the offensive linemen. For the sake of comparison, the Eagles over the last 6 years have had only 1 losing season, reached the playoffs 5 times, were ranked 12th or higher in offense 4 times, have had 9 offensive Pro Bowlers including 4 offensive linemen and have had 3 guys with 6 1,000-yard seasons. There's a lot of talent, Barkley said. There was a lot of talent before I got here. I feel like I only can add to that. But at the same time you can't look too far. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of coming in every single day, working with each other, pushing each other. And that's only going to make when the regular season get here and camp get here that much easier. New York's 2022 first-round pick looks to have a big year in 2024. Giants pass rusher Kayvon Thibodeaux has set a big personal goal as he enters his 3rd season in New York. Thibodeaux revealed at a news conference before Thursday's organized team activities that he wants to break the season sack record of 22.5, which is currently held by former Giants great Michael Strahan and Pittsburgh Steelers pass rusher T.J. Watt. We're just going to start this off. If you were wondering, I'm going for the record, so don't ask, he said jokingly, via NJ.com. Every year I'm here, I'm going for Michael Strahan's record. Strahan held the sack record alone for 2 decades after setting the mark during his 2001 Defensive Player of the Year campaign. Watt tied that record while taking home the same award in 2021. Thibodeaux, who recorded a career-high 11.5 sacks in 2023, has arguably his best opportunity to date to chase history. This offseason, New York acquired 2-time Pro Bowler Brian Burns from the Carolina Panthers to pair with Thibodeaux and another Pro Bowler in Dexter Lawrence. Although pieces like Burns have been added to make life easier, Thibodeaux will also need to make adjustments in 2024. New York mutually agreed to part ways with former defensive coordinator Wink Martindale following last season and then hired Shane Bowen. In April, Bowen said he wanted the trademark of his new defense to be violence. He'll work on implementing that approach using a dynamic front line with the trio of Burns, Lawrence, and Thibodeaux to hunt down opposing quarterbacks. Now being here, it's like he, Strahan, didn't have as many rush opportunities as I'm going to have, Thibodeaux said, via the team transcript. The game wasn't as much passes as it was before. I have an opportunity that people would wish they could be in. It's only right if I give the people what they want. I honor myself by putting everything on the line, trying to be the best. Agents take: how Cowboys' Dak Prescott contract predicament could have been avoided. Conventional wisdom suggested the Dallas Cowboys would get a done deal with quarterback Dak Prescott early this offseason. The 2023 NFL MVP runner-up's $59.455 million 2024 salary cap number was thought to be untenable. Equally important, Prescott has provisions in his contract preventing Dallas from designating him as a franchise or transition player in 2025 should he play out the 4-year, $160 million deal he signed in 2021 and a no-trade clause. Instead, the Cowboys did a small contract restructure to lower Prescott's 2024 cap number to $55.455 million. Negotiations have moved at a snail's pace, despite Cowboys owner Jerry Jones recently stating he wants to keep Prescott. There reportedly have not been any substantive contract discussions. Jones also said he would like to see more leaves fall. One of the leaves to fall a couple of weeks ago was Jared Goff. The Detroit Lions signed their quarterback to a 4-year, $212 million contract extension, making Goff the NFL's second highest paid player at $53 million per year. The Cowboys' current predicament with Prescott could have been avoided by taking a more proactive approach to his veteran contract negotiations like the Philadelphia Eagles, their NFC East rival. Philadelphia began a practice of locking up core players well in advance of free agency during Joe Banner's tenure as team president, which included the Eagles advancing to 5 NFC championships and 1 Super Bowl in an 8-year span during the 2000s. It has continued under Executive Vice President/General Manager Howie Roseman, who has seen the Eagles win Super Bowl 52 and get back to the Super Bowl 5 years later while guiding the front office. The Cowboys would have needed to make Prescott the top signing priority along with or instead of edge rusher Demarcus Lawrence, who was given a franchise tag for a second straight year in 2019 when he was scheduled to make $2.025 million during the final year of his rookie contract. Lawrence became the third member of the $20 million per year non-quarterback club to join Khalil Mack and Aaron Donald in early April 2019. The Lions are evidence that a team can negotiate 2 high-end contracts simultaneously. Wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown and offensive tackle Penei Sewell each became the highest-paid player at their respective positions this year in late April, a day before the NFL draft began. Heading into the 2019 offseason, Aaron Rodgers was the NFL's highest-paid player at $33.5 million per year. He received a 4-year, $134 million extension worth a maximum of $138 million through salary escalators and incentives from the Green Bay Packers during the 2018 preseason. The deal had $98.2 million in guarantees, of which $78.7 million was fully guaranteed at signing. The $30 million per year barrier had been hit a couple of months earlier when Matt Ryan received a 5-year, $150 million extension from the Atlanta Falcons. Ryan's deal contained NFL records of $100 million in overall guarantees and $94.5 million fully guaranteed at signing. Kirk Cousins was third in the NFL salary hierarchy. The Minnesota Vikings signed Cousins to a fully guaranteed 3-year, $84 million deal, worth a maximum of $90 million through incentives, which at the time made him the league's highest-paid player in 2018 free agency that March. Prescott ended the 2018 season on a high note. He took a major step forward over the second half of the season, which coincided with the Cowboys acquiring wide receiver Amari Cooper from the Oakland, now Las Vegas, Raiders as the late October trading deadline approached. They can't accept it. Dallas legend Demarcus Ware has a dig at Cowboy Nation for their off-season attitude. Cowboy Nation was anticipating an off-season of true intent by Jerry Jones after his all-in comments at the Senior Bowl. However, the franchise remains one of the lowest spenders in free agency, and the team has parted ways with multiple key starters. Therefore, the team now relies on numerous rookie starters in what is set to be one of the most important seasons in the franchise's history. Star players Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons are all fishing for new deals, but the front office has remained motionless. Additionally, head coach Mike McCarthy and defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer have 1 year outstanding on their contracts, so their futures remain unclear. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Demarcus Ware? Leave your opinion in the comments.